Oh my gosh. Hey, divas. This is crazy. I can't believe I'm actually full send in doing this because I've been thinking about this for a while. I really have. I've been thinking about doing this project for quite some time and I just never have. So, hey. Welcome to the BrookesMoon podcast called Babbling and Brewing with Brooke. Lots of alliteration there, Gotta get the alliteration in the books just to make it a little bit more memorable. I look a little like a mess. My hair is a hot mess at the moment. I'm so sorry. But do I care enough to go fix it? No. Why would I? There's absolutely no reason for me to. Okay. But yeah, welcome to this. I simply made this podcast because I don't shut the fuck up. That's the entire reason. I don't stop talking, and my YouTube channel is very I don't want to say specific, but when it comes to videos and stuff, I know there are things that if I talked about them, they wouldn't do well on my channel just because that's not really the audience that I have, or it's just I just wanted a place where I could just talk about whatever the hell I want. You know what I mean? There are videos that I am gonna make that I have certain subjects that I'm super passionate about and want to talk about, but there are some that I won't ever make because I know it's not going to reach the people I want it to. You know what I mean? So I contain multitudes and people don't fully realize that, I don't think. So yeah, we're just gonna get into this. So yeah, that's the whole purpose of this podcast. This is just a place for me to talk. This is a place for me to just talk and yap and give my opinions on things that I may not give opinions on my YouTube channel. We're just gonna have a silly fun time. That's pretty much the entire vibe of this. And I'm hoping right now, I don't know how long this is going to last, but I want to get at least 2 episodes out a month just to start. And then if I can make it a weekly thing, I will. But as of right now, it will be bi-weekly, just given my current schedule and also my terrible uploading schedule that I have that I am desperately trying to fix. I really am. I am trying to fix it. I am so bad at it because I work a full-time job. That's also another thing that I want to talk about on this podcast a lot more is my job, because I don't talk about what my day job is. I work 40 hours a week in social media with NASCAR. That's literally, I work in motorsports. That's my job. I do social media, not for NASCAR, but with Association of NASCAR. I technically I work for a different company. I'm not employed by NASCAR. I'm employed by a different company. But yeah, so I do motorsports social media. That's my job, and I go to races and stuff. I was just in Nashville last weekend, which was so much fun. It was a good race. I really did enjoy it, but I'm getting a little bit off topic. Because look, my my upload schedule for YouTube sucks. It's been so bad. I have not been getting what I want from it because I just how people are well, you got to give yourself grace when you do a lot. You have to also give yourself the benefit of the doubt that yeah, I do work 40 hours a week, but I was using that excuse for far too long. I was basically being well, it's because I work so much, and well, it's because I work so much, and and it's no, I wasn't making time for my craft. I wasn't making time for my art. I wasn't making time for these videos that I have ideas for, that I've been wanting to make forever, that I have this creative drive to make and put out into the world and know that people will hopefully like them, but they usually get a good reception for what I put out. And then there are some that my audience wants me to make that I'm not super drawn to doing, which is which is a little bit of a problem. I know that I'm a people pleaser. It's fine. So I'm just like at that point where I'm like, I need to lock in because I made these goals for myself at the beginning of the year and I broke it down by like quarters. I'm like, I hit my Q1 goals fairly early, but then, and I was like, okay, cool, like I'm on track. And then I didn't put that work in. And so like, I'm like kicking myself right now because I'm like, I want to meet these goals. I want, like, my goal at the end of the year was to hit 50K on YouTube and on TikTok. Like that is kind of like the end all be all for me. Like that's what I want to do by 2026. Like that's the goal that I want to hit by the end of the year, which is like entirely possible. Right now it doesn't feel that way, but I feel like if I'm putting in the work that I'm going to do, it can be. And so that's what I'm trying to do going into this. Like I'm trying to like balance all of the shit that goes on in my life, and work takes up most of it. I'm not even gonna lie, my job is 90% of my life, I would say right now, and I'm trying to make it so it's like 50. It's like only half. And so I'm trying to like minimize a whole lot of stuff and get my emotions and shit in check and like my stress levels to a point where I don't feel like I'm going to die every time I have to wake up to go to work. Like, go to work. I work remotely. Like, I don't go into an office. But I'm like trying to make it less miserable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to make myself less miserable and make things more enjoyable. And like, I love my job. I do. I love my job. I love NASCAR. I grew up on the sport because of my dad. And like, I get so excited whenever I'm like at the track because I'm like, how is this my life? Like, this is crazy that I'm here and I'm getting paid to be here and like get content and just like exist in the space of the sport that I grew up on, and like see people like Dale Jr., who basically raised me in a way, and like, and just like walk past fucking Jeff Gordon, who is my dad's like favorite driver of all time, and basically my second dad, because I would see, we have cardboard cutouts of Jeff Gordon in my house. There's at least 4, I think, like out in the open right now. And then there's also a few junior ones too. So like Jeff Gordon, Dale Jr., and Dale Sr. have been like the faces of my childhood since I was literally born. I would watch races with my dad and I was like 1, and I would just like stare at the TV. They basically are baby sensory videos, like I'm not gonna lie. Like cause it just like goes like the motion and everything. So it's like, yeah, that's how I feel when I watch NASCAR now. I'm like, this is my sensory time. This is my sensory time, is NASCAR every weekend. And I get paid to watch races that I would be watching anyway, which is so cool. And like, I'm going even further and like having to listen to radios and like keep on top of like storylines and stuff. And like, that's all stuff I was doing in my free time when I would like follow races and everything, because like I have my favorite drivers, like I have my favorite people that exist in the sport, and like I follow them and everything that they do. But now it's like I have to do that for everyone, kind of. So like it's made me even more invested in the sport than I was before, which is crazy to think that that is just like the reality of this. It's just so strange, like when I'm there and I'm like, how did I get here? Even though like I fully manifested it for myself. I went to a race with my dad. We went to the February Atlanta race. Atlanta is my home track. So we went to the race in 2024 in February, and the week before that, I went to the World of Coke because Chase Elliott was doing a meetup. He's my favorite driver, and before anyone is like, "Of course he's your favorite driver. He's the fan favorite." Bitch, I've been following him since he was in Xfinity when I was 14 years old. Like, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. I will fucking scream and cry and throw up. Like, don't piss me off. That is my Pookie. I've been in love with him since I was like 13, 14, and they were like talking about him moving from like when he was 18 years old and he won the fucking Xfinity championship. Like, shut up. Like, please, I saw that happen, and I was so excited. I was a Chase Elliott fan when he was in the 9 in Xfinity racing for Junior Motorsports, and Eddie was his spotter. So, like, don't piss me off. I hate when people are like, well, yeah, he's like the most popular driver. It's like, that's not the reason why. That is not the reason why. Like, don't make me mad because I will fucking explode. I swear to God. Anyway, that's the end of my Chase Elliott rant for now. For now, at least. But I lost fucking track of what I was saying because I got so mad. At literally nothing. I got so mad at literally nothing. Oh, but we went to the race, and so I was like, and we left, and I had such a great time. Like, I love going to races with my dad. Like, I grew up doing that. Like, I would always be the one to go with my dad if, like, my sister didn't want to go or if my mom didn't want to go. Like, I would always go with my dad because it was spending time with my dad. That's really what I cared about, and it just so happened, like, I love the sport, so, like, 2 for 1, you know? And so, like, I would go with my dad, like, every summer. And we would go, we have season tickets to Atlanta. So we go in February and in July. It was August last year because of the playoff race, whatever. And so, like, we were leaving and we were heading home and we were at the track there, and I, like, was seeing all of the media people, like, doing stuff. Granted, I, like, just graduated, like, college the year prior, like, and I was looking for a job, and so I was like, you know, sports media is, like, something that is possible, and I was like, you know what I can do? Like, I was like, Dad, next time they come to Atlanta, media. That's going, I was like, I'm gonna get a media pass. And then when Atlanta happened, in later on, I think it was like August, September. I don't remember when it was, but it was later in the year because it was the first playoff race for the round of 12. Right? It wasn't the round of 16, I don't think. Was it a cutoff race? I actually don't remember. Because so much has happened this season already. And, like, I don't really remember much of last season. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't remember much of what happened last season unless it, like, was the playoffs, but even then I don't fully remember what happened. I just remember, like, the highlight parts of, like, Bowman got disqualified after the Roval and Joey went in and then won the championship. Like, I remember those 4 weeks, like, with no problem, but because I was working. But anyway, like, it was the Atlanta race, and so, like, I had interviewed for the job that I have now, and I had my first interview, and I was supposed to be having my second interview, and so, like, I sent over my, like, assessment thing that was sent to me, and so, like, I sent it to him that weekend, my manager, that is my manager now, and also fellow coworker, and it was, like, at that race, like, I knew that the person I was potentially going to be working for was also there in the infield doing media and everything. And I was just like, that's going to be me. I was like, and then it was the next week I got the job, and, like, it was solidified and everything. And, like, I was offered the job, I think, the following week. And all of that was, like, solidified. And then the first race where I was, like, employed, but I wasn't working it. I was employed, though. It was Talladega last year. And I was like, that's insane that I just, like, fully manifested that. Like, that was crazy. Like, I was like, that's actually wild. And it's so funny because my dad and I went to the NASCAR Career Fair in August in Daytona during the Coke 0400. And that following Monday, I got an email and was like, hey, would you like to interview for this job? And I was like, fuck yes. But it wasn't a job that I applied for through NASCAR. It was, like, through the other company, which I don't want to say because I don't know if I could get in trouble, so I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, like, it's so, like, it's just so crazy how this is my life, and I'm so glad that it is. Like, it makes me so happy that this is, like, I get to do something that I am incredibly passionate about and love so much, to, like, the point where, like, my job doesn't feel like a job all the time. Like, truly, it doesn't. Like, today was the truck race. I watched the truck race. I edited and posted stuff earlier, but like I watched qualifying in the truck race, and that was what I did all day today. like that's just it's just so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me that like this is my life, and I'm so grateful. Like it's so cool, and I'm having so much fun, and I'm meeting so many people and like connecting with people that I have followed for a while that also exist in the industry, and like it's just it's weird. It's weird and cool, and I'm so excited for like what is to come forward, because it's just I'm doing something that I really like and getting paid to do it. Like it's just like that I think is such a reward, is like when you love what you do. You know what I mean? I'm like eventually, hopefully, my own social media stuff will like also be something that I can use to help support myself financially. That's not why I'm doing it though, but it's like a nice little reward to have. But I'm doing what I do on YouTube because I love to do it. Like I'm doing this podcast because I love to talk. I don't shut up. No one in my life has ever told me to shut up, and it shows. Like no one ever told me to be quiet. And like it's yeah. Like it's obvious because I don't stop talking. Like I don't stop yapping about literally nothing. Like literally nothing, and it's just so funny. But yeah, like I also like wanted a place to like talk about the sport, which I won't talk about it all the time because I know not everybody is like super interested in that. But like I would love to just like have a place to talk about NASCAR stuff. Just because like I love it so much, and like it my whole life revolves around it right now. I'm not even kidding. But I just like it's been hard balancing everything because the NASCAR season lasts for 10 months out of the year. It goes from February to November, which is crazy. Like that's insane, and it happens every weekend, and like for the most part. But like it's just like it's wild. It's a wild industry to put myself in. Like I work in sports media in a sport that lasts forever. like it lasts so long, and it's like, yes, I'm tired, but I'm having fun, but I'm also exhausted. It's just like, oh my god. But no, I do really love my job. I love being able to do what I do, but I have crazy goals and ideas and stuff for like content and everything, and that I've been struggling with it a little bit. But yeah, I've also just like always been super open about my mental health and on my platform, because I think that like mental health still is like super stigmatized, even though it's talked about all the time in like so many different ways, but it still very much has a stigma. So I talk about my own mental health because I'm like, well, I don't care. Is it oversharing? Yeah, probably. But like, if I'm not doing okay, I'm not gonna pretend that I'm doing okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a human being. We're all people. We all have emotions. And some of us are unlucky and have mental illness and have to also deal with that in addition to just the way that life fucking is right now. Because it's horrifying at the moment. If you're an American and you're living through the state of what this country is at this point in time, it's scary. and if and it's even scarier if you're not a straight white man. like it's terrifying. It's everything is so uncertain, and so like having to also deal with like mental health issues that take that already bad thing and make it 14 times worse has been an experience. Like I have been so depressed since November, like it's not even funny. I have been pushing through and doing as much as I can and relying on my antidepressants like my life depends on it, cuz it kind of does. Like low key it does. I have my iced coffee. Why does it look like the shit is leaking? Girl, what the fuck? I don't know what's happening, but it looks like it's like leaking into the cup holder. At least it's into the cup holder. So it's fine, but whatever. But yeah, so I think that I'm gonna stop talking about my job because I think I talk about it so much and I think I've like turned some people off. But I have some things that I want to talk about today. Just like some media stuff that I'm super excited about. And just like some of the things I'm working on, some things that are going on in my life, you know what I mean? Like coping with my mental health, and by doing that, I consume a lot of media. That's what I do. You guys know this already, though. Like, you guys know I read a lot. I consume books at a rate that is probably not normal. Because it's not. It's not normal. The way in which I consume books and like download them to my brain is like not a normal thing to do. I have been struggling to read recently just because my I can't focus on anything. It's been hard. I don't want to say that I'm in a reading slump because I'm not in a reading slump. I'm still reading. I just can't do it for long periods of time. Like it's because I read at night and it's like I want to read during the day, but then like I just doom scroll. Having to fist fight the urge to doom scroll is crazy. Like it's so hard. It's so hard. It's so frustrating and it's like but, I'm surrounded by social media every day. So, and do I like it? Yeah, but I also would like to read and like read my books because I have so many unread books. It's kind of ridiculous. And I have 11 checked out from the library right now. Why? Why? What is the point of me having that many books checked out? The answer is nothing. The answer is none. When, especially, I have like a pile of books. You can't see it off camera, but I think there's about 20 books sitting next to me that I'm like, yeah, I want to read these during Pride Month. Because I'm doing like my Pride reading vlog this year again to see how many queer books I can read in the month of June. But it's like, girl, you're not getting through 20 books in a month. Are you crazy? That's insane. I am nothing but ambitious. I think I've said that multiple times in my content, just in general, but like I am fucking crazy, but I am free. Like I am crazy, but I am free. I love to consume media at mass rates. But anyway, I got so excited because I didn't realize that the second Wicked movie was coming out this year. I thought it was coming out next year, and I forgot that they filmed both of them at the same time. Which, I know as a film and television person, I literally went to film school. I know it's not possible to do that for every single thing. But, like, if you have a movie like Wicked that has, like, built sets, and you know those sets are gonna be fucking used later on, just film both the movies at the same time. That's what they did with Mockingjay Part 1 and 2. Like, that's why Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 was able to come out, like, not even, like, a year apart. Like, but then again, I think all of the Hunger Games movies came out, like, there was, like, one every year for 4 years or something, which is insane. That is actually insane as, like, someone who truly understands how much work gets put into films. But I saw the trailer for Wicked for Good. That's what it's called, I think. Yeah. Wicked for Good. Yeah. And I cannot wait to see this. I don't know anything about Wicked. Seeing the Wicked movie was the first time that I have ever been exposed to the story. I was a tech theater kid, but I was not a theater kid. I was not a musical theater kid. I was not obsessed with musicals. I didn't listen to them consistently. I think the only one that I truly knew and like listened to the soundtrack all the time was SpongeBob the Musical. Shut up. I don't want to receive any judgment for that because it's good. It's a good musical. And the reason why is because of my theater teacher. Because he was like, this musical is actually surprisingly good. And it is. Like, the music slaps. Like, it's actually fantastic. But I had never seen like Wicked, or I still haven't seen the Book of Mormon. I still have never seen like all these insanely good musicals. Like, I will go to a play and to a musical and like see it and like have a great time. I do love it. Like, theater is such a beautiful art form. But seeing the Wicked movie was literally life-changing because I didn't know anything about the story. I do know like basis things, but like I had never seen the musical on Broadway. I had never seen like the bootleg versions of it or anything like that. Like I have never watched it. And so like I know what is going to happen because I know The Wizard of Oz and I know the basis of the Wicked story. But experiencing Wicked without knowing the music, I think, was more powerful than experiencing Wicked having known the music and like what to expect from the plot. So I cannot wait until this second movie comes out because Cynthia Erivo looks fantastic. Ariana looks fantastic. The quality of the film looks better than the first one. And like the first one was insane. They built most of those sets. The costume design is crazy. The music was so well produced. The acting was fantastic. I don't think I've stopped thinking about the Wicked movie since seeing it, and that was like in December. Like November. That's ridiculous. I need to rewatch it again. Like it's been I've only seen it once, but I haven't stopped thinking about it since. And I kind of want to rewatch it now and then again before the second one comes out. Because it was just so good. Like it's just so good. I'm like I know everyone has talked about this already and like has beaten this horse to death, but like it's just there are so many good movies that are coming out this year, and I think I say that every year. But like there are so many good films that are coming out. Wes Anderson's new movie comes out I think this week, and then this upcoming week, and then How to Train Your Dragon I think also comes out this week, this upcoming week, which is it looks so good. I know like so many people are so mad that it exists, but like seeing the creator of How to Train Your Dragon talking about the film, and he was like, I just wanted to re-enter this world, and they're doing it shot for shot, and I think that it's going to do well because he is sticking to the basis of the story. He didn't want to change anything. He was like, I just want to revisit this in a different medium, and I have the utmost respect for him for wanting to do that because like you did the animated version. It did so well. How to Train Your Dragon movies are so well written. The story is fantastic. The animation's insane. DreamWorks is amazing when it comes to animation. I have seen like the recent animated films by DreamWorks are just so well done. The the artists that work on those films are incredibly talented. Like I blows my mind. Blows my mind. But like if you have a story that you know does really well, why not translate it into live action and have actors that are real bring these characters to life in a different way? Like, of course, do it. I don't think Disney is doing it correctly right now because I went and saw Lilo and Stitch. And this is a YouTube video that I am actively working on right now. So I'm not going to say too much, but it was bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. I was so disappointed. I really thought that they were going to stick to the core values of the film, and they just didn't. And Lilo and Stitch is one of my favorite movies. And so, like, the live action version just bummed me out, man. It made me really mad and upset. When we left the theater, and I don't think I've ever walked out of a movie theater feeling that disappointed ever or in a long time. Like it's a lot of movies that I've seen lately just haven't been good. I think the last like really good one that I've watched was Sinners, which I need to see again because that was like I what felt like an out of body experience watching that movie. It was just so good. It was so well done. Literally a piece of art. If you have not seen Sinners, you need to watch Sinners. Okay? It's not too late. You didn't jump on the bandwagon when it first came out, and that's okay. Watch it now. It will change your life. I promise you. And, it came out at such a perfect time. Because, we're going into summer. It takes place, during the summer, I'm pretty sure. And it's Southern vampires, and you're just gonna have a great time. I promise you. Like, and I'm not a big vampire person. I was never a Twilight girly, which, like, you all witnessed if you've seen my Twilight reading vlog. I don't like them. Like, I was never a Twilight girly. I was never Vampire Diaries, none of that. Like, I didn't really watch any of those. And so I feel like I'm now entering like a vampire era in my life because of Sinners. I like fully because of that movie. Like, it was so good. It was so good. And I was given the arc of Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab that comes out on Tuesday, which is when this is coming out, I'm pretty sure, on the 10th. And so that is also vampires, but they're lesbians. And you know what? I like it. It's just so good. I think I'm having a moment. I think I'm having a vampire moment. And I'm scared of what it means for me as like a media enjoyer. I don't think I'm going to watch like the Vampire Diaries or anything like that. I tried a really long time ago because my mom really likes the show, and I watching that and being like, yeah, this is a full grown man who's trying to play a sophomore in high school. I was like, yeah, I'm turned off. Like, I'm sorry, my brain has checked out. Like, you cannot tell me Ian Somerhalder is supposed to be playing a 15-year-old. Get the fuck out of here. Like, if you said sophomore in college, I would have been like, okay, yeah, fine, sure. It's still pushing it, but like, no. What are we doing? I was like, no, I'm okay. Pass on that. But thanks. I tried. I did try. Okay, I did try. Just was not for me, which is totally fine. But yeah, I'm so excited for a lot of the movies that are coming out this summer. I feel like there are more, and I'm just like not remembering what they are. And then I'm gonna remember what they are, and I'm gonna go see them, and I'm gonna be insane. I'm gonna be insane. I did watch all of the horror films that I've seen lately have sucked. I watched Hell of a Summer, which was directed by Finn Wolfhard and Billy Burke. I didn't hate it, but for something that's being marketed as a slasher, it wasn't really a slasher at all, actually. And that really made me upset. like that really pissed me off. I was like, I just don't understand, like, why. I'm looking at my Letterboxd right now. Yeah, I watched Hell of a Summer, and then not long after that, Fear Street Prom Queen came out. And that was really disappointing. I was so disappointed by it because I love the Fear Street trilogy on Netflix. I think they're so well done. I think they're so well made, and they're so 80s and just good. Like, the way that the story connects together across all three of them is insane, and I absolutely loved it. The second one is the best because if you think it's not, you're wrong. The second one is the best. Is it because Sadie Sink is in it? Maybe, but also it's just good. It's just better than everything else. And so when I saw that they were doing another one, this one is allegedly not supposed to like connect to the other three, which I think bothered me a little bit because like you had like one nod to the trilogy, and it was in the bathroom in like the beginning of the movie. She's talking to her friend, and like on the wall in the bathroom it says Sarah Fear lives. That was pretty much it. And like other than the fact that they live in Shadyside, like that was like it. And like they like mentioned how like horrible things happen in Shadyside all the time. But it was just really disappointing. It felt, the pacing of it was just not great. It felt like the deaths felt cheap. The gore felt cheap, which like I'm not a huge fan of gore, but in comparison to the other Fear Street films, I kind of had an expectation of like what to expect because of how it was done in the original trilogy. And so I was like, okay, it's probably going to stick to the same like theming when it comes to like the gore and everything. It did not do that. And it was just, it fell flat. to me. It was literally just like people going crazy and killing a bunch of teenagers. Like, it just, to me, and the reasoning didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand. I'm not gonna say much because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who wants to watch it. But like, yeah. It didn't really do anything for me. It didn't make sense to me. Like, not for nothing, but the Chucky show was better made. Like, and the acting in the Chucky show is questionable at certain points. It's very questionable. But I liked the Chucky show. This felt like that, but worse. It just wasn't good. Like, it was such a bummer in comparison to the other three. And I didn't know this until after the fact, but it was directed by a different person. And you can tell. Like, you can tell that, like, the artistic vision is kind of there, but not really. And it's supposed to be taking place in the 80s. And for something that is supposed to be taking place in the 80s, it didn't really look like it was taking place in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like, they had the costuming and everything and, like, the music, but that was kind of it. And you didn't really have much, you know? And, like, the lack of cell phones, I guess. Like, that's usually an indicator. But I watched, what the fuck was it? Snack Shack for the first time. I genuinely enjoyed that. That was fun. And that's supposed to take place in the 90s, and that had more of a, like, feel to it than Fear Street did. I don't know why. Totally different genres, but, like, if you're gonna make a film that is set in, like, a period, it needs to feel like it's set in the period, and it didn't. Like, it felt like it could have been, like, modern for Fear Street. Other than the fact that, like, some of them had big hair. But then again, like, some 80s styles are very common now. So it's like, you could argue that it was just, like, taking place in modern times, and, like, the theme was, like, 80s prom. Like, like, the prom theme was prom in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like, you could argue that for the most part. It's just, like, I don't know. It felt cheap, and I'm kind of disappointed. And they're supposed to be doing 3 more, but I don't know if that's gonna happen, because this one flopped really hard. Unless they bring, like, the original, like, director back in, I think. And I don't know if those other 3 are supposed to connect to each other or connect to the original trilogy. I kind of hope that they do, because there are just, like, some characters that I would love to, like, see brought up again. But, like, they didn't really talk about anything that, like, happened previously in Shadyside. They bring up briefly, about the summer camp in the 70s, which is what the second movie is, in 1978. But it's not even, like, it's, like, a line of dialogue, I'm pretty sure, and that's it. Like, it's like they didn't have the rights to talk about the original movies. That's what it felt like. It was like, yeah, this exists in a trilogy, in the same franchise, but we can't even talk about the franchise. That's what it felt like, and it was such a bummer. It was such a bummer. I was so upset. I was just like, dude, I don't get it. I don't get it. It was just, ugh. It's so annoying when you have stuff like that happen, and it's like, I was so excited. I literally posted it on my Instagram story with the Justin Bieber "Life is Worth Living," and then I watched it and I was like, maybe it's not, because that was so disappointing. It was so disappointing. I just, like, ugh. I need, like, a good, like, summer slasher film. Like, a good one. Like, that's good quality. That has the same vibe of, like, Friday the 13th or something. Like, it's without me having to rewatch Friday the 13th, because I don't want to. I've seen it already. I want some, like, new stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like slashers have been, they've been mid for the most part for the ones that I've seen. And it's really disappointing. I've watched a lot of movies this year. Some of these feel like it happened forever ago. There's one coming out, and I can't remember what it's called. Hold on, I have to find it. I don't know if it will. Deadline? What? I'm on the wrong account. Pause. On the account for work, lol. Deadline will probably have it. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Ready or Not 2. They just finished filming it. And Catherine Newton is in it, and that's enough for me to watch it. She is so good as an actress. I watched like 3 movies that she was in. I was just literally going through her filmography. I watched Lisa Frankenstein, loved it because Cole Sprouse doesn't talk. And then I watched Freaky, where she like, it's basically like Freaky Friday, but she switches bodies with a serial killer. That was so good. She's so good at playing like this menacing, scary bitch. Like, and I love it. I love it so bad. And my first introduction to her was Supernatural. I remember when she was in Supernatural. But then I watched, I can't remember the other movie that she was in, but it was not the same genre. Oh, Map of Tiny Perfect Things. Yeah, I watched Lisa Frankenstein on the 8th, and then on the 16th of April, I watched The Map of Tiny Perfect Things and followed it up with Freaky, which 2 very different genres. I'm a mood reader, I'm a mood watcher. I do things. I can watch like a rom-com and then follow it up with like a slasher and then watch like a drama like right after that. Like, I'm insane. I read like 4 books at once. They're all different genres at the same time. I'm crazy when it comes to media consumption, but it makes life more fun. Okay? This is why I don't understand when people are like, why do you read books? It's like, 'cause I love joy, happiness, and fun and experiencing things that I wouldn't experience in this reality. I like hate when people are like, well, you're just like hallucinating on a piece of paper. It's like, yeah, okay. Why do you hate enjoying your free time? Riddle me this. Riddle me this. Why do you hate having fun when you can be doing whatever you want and you could read a fun little book and have a great time? When I read, I'm having a whole experience. Like, I'm giggling, kicking my feet, screaming, crying, throwing up because I'm fully invested. And, like, I do that with film, too. Like, because, like, the other thing that I do is just watch fucking true crime documentaries, which is not good for my mental health at all. I am a true crime enjoyer. I do consume a lot of true crime content on the regular, and have pretty much my whole life. I think I'm gonna start rewatching Criminal Minds, which, because I don't think I ever finished the show. Because they have like the new show too. It looks like it's about to like fucking torrential downpour, and I think it's supposed to. I kept getting like thunderstorm warnings earlier, and I was like, this is nowhere near me. But yeah, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. I don't really have much to talk about. There's nothing like super exciting going on in my life other than me like working and consuming content at the moment. Regulating my emotions, that's always fun. Doing a lot of heavy lifting in therapy right now. So that's great, you know? You do what you gotta do. So I'm just like trying to get through, make it through, do things and stuff. Oh, I went to the Rex concert last month, which was a lot of fun. Met them again. Aaron remembered me from the last time that I met them, which was scary to me. I've been following them for so long when they literally had 3 songs. That was their discovery. It was their discovery. That's not a real word. It doesn't feel like one. But I went to go see them a few weeks ago. The tour's over now, which is upsetting. And Nick posted something and was like, no one will have to wait for 3 years again, because the last time they went on tour was 3 years ago, and it took them forever to release new music, and I was losing my mind. because Nick loves to disappear for long periods of time and promise new music and then not deliver. But like Me Too King, I say I'm gonna post YouTube videos and then I don't. Because I'm a liar and bad at time management. So it's fine, which is why I don't know how often these podcast episodes are gonna come out. Don't quote me on anything, please. Please don't. The video that's going to be coming out, hopefully Friday. It was supposed to come out this past Friday, but I was sick. That's the other thing. I got sick for like 2 weeks. It was hell on earth. I went to the Rex concert, was totally fine. Went to the Rex concert, lost my voice. I lost my voice at the Rex concert, and then 2 days later, I felt like absolute shit. I went to the doctor. They told me I didn't have a sinus infection or anything, because that's what I thought it was. She said that I probably had like a virus that formed because of my seasonal allergies, because I'm allergic to the air. For like 6 months out of the year, I have allergies because of pollen. And then, so she gave me a steroid, took the steroid, worked for the first few days. Then it stopped working. Then I went back to the doctor, and I'm still taking an antibiotic. And like, I'm still super congested. I don't feel as terrible, but like, I felt like garbage for over a week. And so like, I like had all these plans to get, the plan was for this video to go up in May. And then I got sick and dealt with all of that, and it just didn't happen. I filmed half of it, and then I formatted my SD card and lost all of my footage, because I thought I transferred my footage onto my hard drive. I didn't transfer my footage to my hard drive, so when I formatted my SD card and then was like, wait, did I put that on my hard drive, and checked and then realized I didn't, so I had to refilm the entire thing. And that is about like 4 hours of footage almost. But I'm doing my last Marauders video, I think, for a while. Just because I feel a little uncomfortable interacting with the IP right now, given that J.K. Rowling sucks. And I know that the Marauders fandom is what it is, and it's very different from her and her views, and could be considered separate, but I am not a believer in separating art from the artist. I don't think it's black and white. Like, there is gray area, and I think the Marauders fandom falls into that gray area, but I just feel uncomfortable interacting with the IP right now, and I don't feel great about it. And also, these videos take the life out of me. So that's the last one. It's gonna be the last one for a while, I'm pretty sure. Just because, one, I also don't know what else I could fucking talk about with the fandom. And two, I'm trying to just like branch a little bit away from like specifically making Marauder central content. Because it's not what I want to do. I want to do a variety of content. I feel like that's pretty foretold. Which, like, I'm grateful that my Marauders video did as well as it did. I still can't believe that it did. But, like, I love making, like, video essays and deep diving into, like, fandom culture like I did with the It and Stranger Things fandom. And, like, recapping Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I still need to do season 2. But, like, I had so much fun making those videos and, like, really enjoyed them. They take a lot more work, but, like, it felt more rewarding because people seem to really enjoy them. And so, like, I have more ideas along those lines as well to, like, do more content like that. In addition to just, like, some video essays that I have ideas with. And I'm still going to be making, like, book content because it's what I enjoy. So, like, it's just... Yeah. I did a tarot reading yesterday for the first time in a long time. Yes, I'm one of those bitches, okay? I do tarot readings for myself. And I talk to the universe all the time, and I believe in manifestation because it's real and it works. And if you're a doubter, try it. Try it. I promise you, it'll work out, okay? But I feel very hopeful. I felt the most hopeful I have in a while. And it reminded me that I need to be putting the work in. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Lots of shifting, lots of change, lots of like changing my mindset on things and how I approach things moving forward. And I feel like this podcast is one of the first steps into that, because this is something that I've always wanted to do. Just never full sent it, because I was like, I don't know how the fuck you upload a podcast to Spotify. And I was like, well, there are so many white men that do it that shouldn't. So I'm gonna do it and we're gonna call it a day. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited. So this is hopefully going up on the 10th of June. Don't know if that's going to be possible. It is currently the 7th. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think this is going to go on YouTube first, and then I'm going to try to figure out how to get it on Spotify. I think it's just going to exist on YouTube and Spotify for now, and then I'll like branch out to like Apple Podcasts and all of that. But yeah, so cool. I exist everywhere else on the internet. Just look up BrookesMoon. You'll find me pretty much on every platform except for Twitter. I don't really use Twitter anymore. Because I hate Elon Musk. And that's just like a known fact. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. This is almost an hour of me talking about literally nothing. So I hope you had a fun time. If you were doing a craft while listening, cleaning your house, whatever you were doing, I'm glad I was able to keep you company, because that's what this is going to be. I hope you had a great time and you enjoyed your stay, and I hope you come back. So if you are watching this on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, like the video. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure you follow the channel, follow the show, and give it 5 stars if you want to. It'd be pretty sick. And yeah, episodes will be coming out every other week, hopefully. So just keep that in mind for now, and then eventually it will become weekly. But just like right now, I know in order for me to stay consistent, I need to lower my expectations. So, lower my ambitions a little bit. But yeah, that's gonna be all for me. I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you for listening/watching. Bye.